CalendSlot is an appointment scheduling and client management program. There are two main websites, the website any individual can visit and the company's dashboard. This is what the individual sees. An individual could be a business, so they can see how CalendSlot could help them, or they could be searching for a business to book an appointment to. If I am searching, for example, for a driving school around me, I can select from the category of the driving school, fill in my address. I'll fill in a random address, let's say this one, and then book appointment. This brought me to the book appointment app, where a driving school is selected and the location I put is pre-filled here. If a company wants to, it can be displayed here with just the basic contact information inside, for example like this, or even give the ability to individuals to book an appointment themselves. In this video, we'll focus on the business website. Pushing the business login button allows us to create an account, or, if we already have one, log into the dashboard. I've saved my credentials on my browser so they get pre-filled, and I'll click the Remember Me so it doesn't ask me to log in anymore. The homepage is a dashboard where the business owner can get a complete picture of their business with a single glance. The layout structure goes from the most specific to the most general. The first widget is Today, where we see the number of completed, pending, and cancelled appointments. The second widget is Week. Today is in the middle, so we can see the progression from 3 days before to 3 days after. In this instance, we can see that we had one new person coming yesterday, and we also have one new person coming 3 days from now. But overall, the number of appointments we've scheduled are going down. The third widget is Month. Here we can see that we've scheduled 290 appointments this month, and overall this is a 20% increase compared to last month. Throughout this month we also have had 32 cancellations. It seems that even though we have more appointments, the number of people that are cancelling is disproportionate and the month is not even over yet. All in all, we're seeing 163 people this month, which means that most of them have bi-weekly meetings, since there are a total of 290 appointments. The following widgets show the progression throughout the year. This plot shows how many appointments are completed each month, along with the number of cancellations and also new customers coming. So we can see that when we started, we had a lot of new people, but as time passes by, our clientele stabilizes. We can also see that things are much better during the summer, apart from August where we probably took some vacation. So looking at the current month, we can expect about double the amount of appointments since we have another 2 weeks, and also that during the next months we'll also see another peak. The next plot shows the finances. It is reasonable for us to expect that the finances will be very correlated or even mirror the behavior of the appointments above, and we can kind of see it here as well, although this is not always the case. For example, we can see in October we had more appointments completed than in September, but we generated a lower revenue. We can also see the polar opposite of that. So far we have 182 appointments, but we've generated double what we had last month. So we probably raised prices and we demanded that people that owed us paid us back. Another story that this plot shows us is that when we started, we allowed people to owe us, but as the number of appointments dwindled, we were stricter and stricter, and at some point we became very lenient and allowed our customers to owe us a lot, until this month where we became very strict again. For a program focused on organizing appointments, the most important thing is how easy it is to create an appointment. CalendSlot's philosophy is that I should be able to do anything I need from the homepage itself. Other, more targeted pages may exist if I want to delve deeper, but the overall logic is that all necessary actions can be taken from the homepage. So let's create an appointment. Today, the date this video is being recorded, is the 19th, which I can quickly discern by the green circle around the number. All I need to do is click on the date and select Create an Appointment, select the person or people for the appointment, and I can search by the number, social security number, or any information I've put there. And already I can see that the program has selected the first available time. I can confirm that because my last appointment is with Ria. It ends at 6:10, and you can see that this appointment now starts at 6:10. Now for the ending time, I can select time myself, or I can select a time slot. Personally, I'll select a standard consultation of 30 minutes, so the ending time is pre-filled automatically. And that is all. I click submit, and with 3 simple clicks, I've created an appointment and my client has taken a notification and a calendar event that we'll see later on. So in the dashboard, I can see this. If I click on today, the appointments break down according to the working hours we've set, and we can see the appointment we just created. From this window, we could also cancel an appointment and potentially provide a cancellation reason. We could complete an appointment, and we can also see appointments that are completed with a green circle, appointments that are late with a yellow circle, cancelled appointments with a red circle, and we could also delete, so not just cancel, but completely erase an appointment. Now, because I've enabled Google integration, not only can I see the appointment here, but I can also see it on my Google Calendar. So you can see it here. Of course, on the real environment, it won't say test, but this is just because I'm on the development environment. And this calendar event is also sent to the client, so the client can also click on the location and get directions in their own Maps application. So this is my own Google Calendar as a business, and you can also imagine that if, for example, we have, let's say, 3 calendars here, because my business has, for example, 3 doctors, let's say, then on the Google Calendar of my business, I will be able to see the different appointments for different doctors all at once, but with different colors, so I can differentiate. So the color the calendar event has depends on the color I am setting on the actual calendar. Before we move to what the client sees, let's quickly browse through the last widget, which is the upcoming appointments. Here I can see my upcoming appointments at a glance. I can also see that I have an appointment that is from a previous day, and I know that because it has a green circle, which means it's late, and it also says the whole date, which means it's not from today. I can apply bulk actions to my upcoming appointments. I can complete pending appointments. So let's say that I want to complete all pending appointments in previous days. At the moment it's only 1, but we can imagine there could be more. So if I do that, that appointment is now completed. If I click again, the option for previous days no longer appears because there are none, but I can choose between completing today's late appointments, so everything with a green circle, or I could complete all appointments today. If I don't want to manually complete the appointment one by one, I could also go to the user settings and enable the automatic completion. For now, we'll leave it as is, and we'll check out the X button. So this will cancel all today's appointments if I click it. So you can imagine if something happened to me and I had to just completely cancel everything, I can do that with one button, and all my customers will get a notification that the appointment is cancelled and they'll know not to come. I notice now that I'm about 2 hours late, so another thing that I can do is push back all the upcoming appointments by adding a delay. Let's say that I'm gonna add a delay of 120 minutes. This lets me know that I can't do that because the last appointment, if I add 2 hours to it, it will fall outside my working hours. That is good to know, so I actually can't do that. So we can see that we have successfully pushed all the upcoming appointments by some time. Now, going back to the appointment we created, let's see how it is from the client's view. For this, I'm going to open an Android phone. Windows 11 affords me to use the Windows subsystem for Android, so this is an Android phone, but it's fully integrated with Windows, so it's very easy to screen capture for this video. Now, unlike us with the Google integration, if we see the client has a Microsoft account, so we're going to use the Outlook app. Here we can see that the client has been notified not only about the original appointment, but if you remember, we changed the time, and the client also sees the updated time here. They can see information about the business's mobile phone, address, and a short message that we have put here. So all the information that we've inputted is here. And the client can also see the calendar event on their own calendar. So again, the test will not appear in the actual live environment, but if we click it, here it is. So the client can also navigate to our location, get a notification 30 minutes before our appointment, and there is automatic full transparency about cancellations, delays, and any other notification we might want to send them. We can also see the same calendar event from our own mobile phone. So we use Google Calendar, and here it is on our phone. Again, we can click it, see all the information. Again, we can click the location. This opens Google Maps. We can navigate. Same thing as our client. Some of the things that I can do in the upcoming appointments for each upcoming appointment is be able to complete it. I could put some cost here, some paid amount, so I'm owed nothing, complete it, and everything gets updated immediately. I can cancel, maybe put up a reason, got sick, confirm. I could edit the appointment, change the time, change anything. completely delete the appointment. So you would use this if there's been an error. It's not that somebody cancelled or you cancelled, but this was never scheduled here to begin with. If a person owes you money, you can click the payment, and here we can see that this person owes us money in 3 different appointments, and these are the amounts. You could message the person. If you have inputted their email, then this email checkbox will be available. So this tells me that I have not input an email for Diana, but I have inputted a mobile number, so I can SMS. So let's quickly add an email. And we can now either email, SMS, or both. And lastly, let's take a look at the profile. So in the profile, under general, we can see some general information. We can put location, education, stuff like that. If this person has cancelled previous appointments, we can see the reason they've cancelled. We can take a look at the transactional history. So we know that we've made a total of about 300 from this person, but they owe us about 30 euros. We can check the appointment history, where we can see cancelled appointments and appointments that are late, or even create a new appointment from here. And if we've set appointment milestones, we can see what they've completed. So in this business profile, we have created 2 appointment milestones on the user level, so we can have appointment milestones on the calendar level, so each different calendar could have their own, and in addition to that, we can set them on the user level, so all calendars participate on the user level appointment milestones. So for this, we can see that the starter appointment milestone is fulfilled after 3 appointments, and judging from the green color, this has been completed on the 22nd of April 2024. Another appointment milestone is what we call full cycle. Could be anything for you. For example, Greek law mandates that in driving schools, students must complete 20 mandatory driving lessons before they can get their driving license. So something like that would be 12 appointments and a repetition of just 1, so it would be something like this, 1 of 1. Now what we've said here is every 10 appointments, and this milestone can occur 5 times, so a repetition of 5. We can see that this person has completed it once, so she has more than 10 appointments, but less than 20 because the second milestone has not been completed for the full cycle. And lastly, we can upload files. For instance, doctors could upload x-rays, sound recordings, anything really. And this concludes the profile. Another thing we should see is a cancellation. So let me open the client's calendar again. So at the moment, this is a valid calendar event. Let's also open our calendar, have them side by side, and we're going to cancel this appointment now. I'm not going to put any reason, just to confirm it. So we can see that almost instantly our appointment has been deleted. So this is the way that Google handles deleted appointments, and Outlook keeps it, but it says cancelled. And we see this is exactly what happened. So we have a cancelled event here, and Outlook says we could throw it to the trash. If I now click on the 19th today, I can see the red circle, meaning that the appointment is now cancelled. I could completely delete it, but I shall not, because this is an actual cancellation. It was not a data entry error. And so this is pretty much all the basic stuff about appointments. CalendSlot also supports subscription models. This is not something that we will delve in today's episode, but just very quickly, let's say that I want to enable subscriptions for all calendars. I could do it on a per calendar manner or have it for all calendars together. So save results. So very quickly I can see that I have an active subscription for Normandy, so Diana, and also I can immediately see that this is the only person that has not a red name, so every other person here does not have an active subscription. I can search active subscriptions using the name, the social security number, the mobile phone, and information I have, just like on the global search, right? So if I search for my mobile phone, then here's all my information. I can copy paste, I can visit the profile, so on. And this also extends to when I want to create a new appointment, right? So when I try to select a person, people without a subscription are red, so it tells me visually before I allow them to book an appointment, I should probably make them pay for a subscription. And I can also see that Diana does have one, but the program will not prevent me as the business owner to select people that do not have an active subscription. If I want them included, then I have the ability to do so. There is also a third color, it's like orange, and that color is used when a client has exhausted all their available appointments within the scope of their current subscription. Finally, let's see how we can use CalendSlot from a mobile. First, let me reverse the subscriptions. And now let's go back to the mobile. So I'm gonna open a browser and then navigate to dashboard.calendslot.com. Here I can log in. And I can see my dashboard from a mobile. I can do all the same things. Click to see my appointments, schedule a new appointment, and so on and so on. The very last thing that we will briefly see is how I can appoint a calendar manager. This could be, for example, if I own a driving school, then each of my driver employees could have their own calendar, so calendars would be names here, and each one should be able to manage their own calendar, of course using their own login and password, and they should only be able to see their own calendars. So for instance, nothing here from the middle section should be able to be seen by the calendar managers, because the year's progression is more of a business owner thing than a calendar manager. I can add as many calendar managers as I want in each calendar, and I can see here that this email has been already added as a calendar manager, so I'm not going to do it again. But what I can show is how you can log in there. What you do is you go back to CalendSlot.com, click the business login again, where you get the login page, click the login as calendar manager, and fill in your login information. You can see now how the calendar manager has a very limited scope. They have only access to the calendar they manage. So if I had the same email on the second calendar as well, this calendar manager could see it, but this email is only for calendar 1. And in the options, as the business owner, I can give them rights to do more things or fewer things. This could also be used for like a secretary if I don't want the secretary to be able to see all the finances or appointments, stuff like that. Although I should mention that for finances, you don't have to actually fill them in. If you don't, then nothing appears here. The user, the business owner, also has their own settings. We are not going to go through those, but what I want to show is the My Data section, where any business owner has the ability with one click to delete all the information regarding their appointments. So this will delete all the appointments, subscriptions if they use them, all the transactions, or they could just delete their whole account. So even in the worst case scenario where, somebody steals your computer, for example, well, first of all, nothing is saved on the computer, so even if it's stolen, the data is not there. They would need to log in, so they would need your credentials. But even so, if for instance somebody steals your laptop while you're already logged in, then you can delete anything from your phone, or you let a brother, sister, or parent know that they should log into your account, go to My Data, and then the information is deleted in real time from all connected devices. And even if your devices are compromised, you maintain the ability to delete all your data instantly from everywhere. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please ask in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.